Hello, everyone. My name is Amit, and welcome to the series called Manage Mentor. Today, we're going to talk about building a fully remote culture. As COVID has taught us to work remotely, an idea that's always been floating around is about going fully remote. Can we do that? And can we do that efficiently? Can we have the same productivity that we have with people working in office while working remotely? And the answer is yes. It's challenging, but the answer is yes. So before jumping to that, let me talk about the traditional work culture. We were used to going to office. We used to have conversations by tapping someone on the shoulders and getting them to a conference room, uh, or just taking a walk with them and discussing the problems. This was the traditional work culture where everything was available at an arm's reach, and we were used to it. Now, after COVID, when everyone shifted remotely, we started learning about working through Zoom. We ping people on Slack. We call them on Zoom or any other tool that you're using, Microsoft Teams, Skype, whatever it is. You call them. You learned how to have all the conversations in the meeting itself. Usually, when we used to have traditional meetings in conference rooms, we used to finish meeting and then used to like hang there later to talk more about certain topics. But we learned that in order to finish a meeting and conclude a meeting, we have to finish all the conversations with an action plan and follow through it. So we learned about that. We learned about following tickets, creating tickets. We have learned and adapted very well to the culture where we can wake up in morning and start working and finish the work at 5 or 6, whatever the timing is, and be productive. So the challenges that we will run into in future is, can we grow our team remotely? Can we hire remotely and still build the same culture that we have in a traditional office? On paper, it makes sense. You don't have to rent big offices in order to accommodate everyone. You'll save on the work desk if you're in a sublet kind of situation. You have employees that can be anywhere in the world. They can be in Denver, they can be in New Jersey, they can be in Chicago, they can be in India, Argentina, China, Ukraine, wherever they can be. As long as they are contributing to the project, they can be situated anywhere in the world. So there is another model called a hybrid model where you have some employees commit to working in office for a couple of days and then staying at home and working remotely, which sounds pretty good on paper, but it's a hassle to manage schedules of everyone. You have to make sure that you schedule meetings when they're in office. If done correctly, there are multiple tools out there. If done correctly, you can do that easily. uh, and then third model, which is really common now, is remote model. In a remote model, you hire people remotely. They can be situated anywhere. You train them. So the actual process of hiring, training, onboarding has to change, has to evolve with people situated everywhere. Let's say if you hire someone in China, you have to make sure you provide them equipment at the right time. You have someone to troubleshoot their issues during the work hours. You have to make sure that they can be a part of meetings. Since there's a time difference, you have to make sure that you uh, can involve them in building that company and team culture that you have and that you always wanted to build, that you have it in the company. So the first thing that you should do is in those situations, in a fully remote situation, is making sure you have everything recorded, which means that your trainings, your onboarding exercises, everything should be recorded. So when you hire someone, it's really easy for you to ship them the video, ship them the equipments, ship them any materials that you're that's important to the office, and have them productive from day one. It's more homework on your side because you have to arrange all the meetings up front. You have to make sure that you are scheduled for all the meetings that you are in a position where you can train them and get them effective from day one. They should feel that you've done your homework, you have scheduled everything from day one, and that's really important. Once you do that, then it's easy for you to adapt to that culture. You should organize regular happy hours or fun team meetings. Your one-on-ones are always online, so you have to understand how can you be effective in front of a camera, and understanding the thought process of a person, their career goals, they want to be there long term. Then you have to understand how can you learn about what they actually want to do in their life, and how can you provide all the tools, all the help that you can, and make them effective. So overall, it's a doable task. It's going to be complicated. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's going to be a bit complicated to get everyone involved from day one, but it can be done. It's something that everyone is adapting now. It's every it's something that everyone wants to do now. You can tap into a global talent market, which is great. You're saving time on commuting hours, so that's less frustration for people. It's more flexibility for employees. They can define their work hours. You have to be more thorough with your processes, your ticketing process where you are defining the task, you're checking if it's done completely. Communication has to be really strong in terms of written, whether it's sending emails or talking to someone on Slack, or oral communications where you're scheduling a Zoom call and following up on that. You have to change some processes. You have to be really thorough with that process. But it's great because you'll be able to grow and grow exponentially. You can hire more people. You can do that on a scale, and overall, it's a great process and can be done. So, I want to conclude that by saying that that remote culture is something that everyone's adapting to. It's the right time. We have learned from COVID in the last 6 to 8 months. We have learned that we can do that efficiently. So the time now is to go and do it on scale. Hire people remotely, grow them, work with them, and I feel that this is the right direction everyone should look into. And I'm looking forward to seeing if you guys have any question. Please comment on the video, or you can email me. You can find me on LinkedIn and ask any questions, and I'll be happy to answer. Have a good day.